I can't believe it took me so long to finally read this book. I was captivated from start to finish. The Girls Who Grew Big by Layla Motley. This needs to be made into a film. We're following a group of teenage mothers who are isolated from everybody else. Nobody wants to be seen with them. Even some of their own families have disowned them. But they come together and form a sisterhood. They are each other's support system. This book is raw in the best way. It takes us into all of these young ladies' experiences, what brought them to being pregnant at a young age, and how that's been received by the people around them. There are definitely unsettling themes in here. Like, one of the characters is absolutely, undeniably a predator. But whilst this book does have some heavy themes, I feel like it didn't feel too heavy to read it. I love the raw element. I actually love stories that really do reflect reality, even the parts that we don't want to see. But one of the things that really sticks out to me in this book is the parents of these young women, how their support or lack of support really does shape the motherhood experience these young women have. They made things harder for these young girls. When they were trying to study, they made it harder for them to be able to study and be a parent at the same time, even though they could have supported them. When they wanted to live at home still, they kicked them out. They made it so much harder, and I think that reflects reality. There are so many people who are so focused on how does this make me look to be the mother of someone who is a teen mother, instead of thinking how do I support my child and my grandchild in this situation, because I know that things are hard even when you do it the right way. So imagine how much harder it will be for someone who is younger and doesn't have their support system. There were also so many quotes that stood out to me in this book about friendship, about being seen. There was a moment where one of the characters was like, before I met these girls, I never knew that people could see me for who I truly am and still choose me. And then there was another quote where one of the brothers of one of the characters is saying, you didn't have any support and you created it for yourself. You didn't have a village and you made one. And it made me think of myself, even as we discussed this in my book club. Like, I made that book club because I didn't have a village of people around me who were interested in what I was interested in. We didn't have something, so we created it for ourselves. We gave ourselves what we needed. So whether you are a teen mom or raising a teen mom or haven't got any children yourself, there are so many things to take away from this story, and I just think it was brilliant. And as I said, this needs to be on the big screen. Let me know if you've read this book and what you thought about it, and if you haven't read it, please do add it to your TBR because it is great.